So this was another one of those tactical episodes. I talked about this on the last podcast about the mistakes that people make in marketing, especially massage therapists. But today I got into a little more ideas and things you can do and tactics and questions that you can start to ask to try to find your ideal customer. You know, at the end of the day, we try to be for everybody. We want to treat everyone across the board, but a lot of times we know who our ideal customer is, the one that we truly want to work with, but we don't know how to find more people like that. So in this episode, I go through 10 really good questions that you can start to ask to try to develop what's called your avatar, which is your ideal client. And I share what ours is as well and give you some strategies and tactics going forward to really figure out who you want to work with, because it's going to help you in your entire marketing campaign and selling to the right people. So it's tactical, but tactical is good because I keep saying, the treatment is so important. It's the number one thing, but a close second and third is your marketing and sales. And if you got a really amazing product, but you can't get it to the right people, you have to learn how to market and how to sell better. And this episode is going to help you do that a lot. So I hope you enjoy the show. What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Soft Tissue Revolution podcast. Dr. Matt Maggio here. Thanks for stopping in and listening. Last episode really dove into marketing and sales and mistakes that massage therapists make with their marketing campaign. If you haven't listened to that podcast, go back and check that out. A lot of good nuggets and tips. I had some people reach out to me and be like, okay, yeah, I understand I need to market, but I don't know where to start. And I get it. It's really confusing. You don't really know what to do. And a lot of people out there that are spending money with what I call agencies or ad gurus or Facebook ads and things like that. The problem is they don't truly understand your client and where you are. And they try to really put you into a cookie cutter approach that might get you some traction in the beginning, but isn't going to really get you the ideal clients that you want and the people you truly want to help. I've made the mistakes too. I think I spent over $50,000 on different types of marketing firms and things like that. And what I found out is that I do it better because I understand my product truly to a level that they never will. And I shouldn't expect them either. So I wanted to try to give you some tools and some tactics to use over these last couple podcasts. I talked about it before. A lot of people just want me just to talk about treatment. And the treatment is so important. It is the number one thing. You have to have a very good, amazing product, something that can truly solve people's pain and be that solutions provider. And we teach you how to do that as well and how to better what you already have. But it isn't just about the treatment. There's other components to the business, and marketing and sales are so important, but everybody shies away from them because they don't really know how to do that. So I want to help you. I want to help you learn from what I've learned over the years and really help you find the ideal market and the ideal client. Because at the end of the day, you want to work with the people that truly need your services, that truly want you to help them, and the kind of people that you want to work with. So you can actually start turning down those shitty ones that you don't want to work with and really dive in to who is your ideal customer. So in this one, I'm going to go a little bit slower and I'm going to go through 10 questions that you should ask for your ideal client. They're actually called your avatar. I do a system called direct response marketing. It's amazing. It is a totally different type of marketing system, but is something that we should all invest and learn. And I wanted to share some of these questions that you start to ask to find your ideal client. What I will do is also put a link in the show notes when we're done, where you can send an email and ask for these questions as well. And I'll even show you a template of how I answer them for our own clients. So in our clinic, we have the ideal client. Her name is Cindy. She's 43. Her occupation is she's a project manager at a financial company for 20 plus years. Her salary is approximately $138,000 a year. Her education is she has a bachelor's and an MBA, and her company paid for 5 years. In high school, she played sports, track and volleyball. She had one car accident a few years ago. Her body, she's 20 pounds overweight, uncomfortable aesthetically, and she gets daily headaches. She likes to work out. Her parents are still alive, but they have a lot of degeneration and arthritis, and it's taking a toll. She drives a nice car. It's an Infiniti QX70. Her husband, Bill, is 51. They met in college, and he's a lawyer. He's very active. He's a college athlete and outgoing, very analytical, masculine alpha. He's tough out on injuries, minimizes his wife's injuries and pain, and thinks she just needs to move more. She's got 2 kids, Ashley, who's 17, just like her dad, and Jake, who's 14, who's more emotional. Now you're like, what in the fuck is going on with all that? But developing this avatar is going to help you mold your content, your reach, and who you want to go, and really understand that whenever you're making a piece of content, you are speaking specifically to that avatar, and that's who Cindy is. So anytime I write a blog post, I make a video, I put up a post, I'm thinking about Cindy. Like, what is she going through? What is she struggling with? How can I help her? And there's going to be 7 questions. Not 7, sorry. There's going to be 10 questions. I got excited there. That you're going to ask. And I want you to go through each one of these. So take some notes from where you are. And if you just want to listen through, send over an email to us with the link in the show notes. And we'll go through that. And I'll even send you the questions that I did for our clinics to help you get a better idea. So here they are. I call them the 10 smart, can't even talk. Had too much coffee again. Love that Black Rifle coffee. 10 smart market diagnosis and profiling questions. And I want you to go through and really think about this and think about who your ideal client is and who you want to help and how you want to serve them. So number 1 is, what keeps them awake at night? Indigestion boiling up their esophagus, eyes open and staring at the ceiling. Number 2, what are they afraid of? Number 3, what are they angry about and who are they angry at? Number 4, what are their top 3 daily frustrations? Number 5, what trends are occurring and will occur in their businesses or their lives? Number 6, what do they secretly, ardently desire the most? Number 7, is there a built-in bias on the way they make decisions? An example is engineers tend to be exceptionally analytical. Number 8, do they have their own language? Not like English or Spanish. It's just like, do they say words or different things in a different way? Number 9, who else is selling something similar to their product and how? Number 10, who else has tried selling them something similar and how has that effort failed? Now, these are some really deep-rooted questions, but they're questions that I really want you to start thinking about as you go in there and try to develop your ideal client. You know, a lot of people struggle. They're like, where do I start with marketing? It's like, figure out who the hell you're for, who you want to fix, and where you want to go. Think about that with your own current client base. Like, go through them and be like, you know, if I had 100 more of Cindy or Eric or Mike or Judy, would I be good? Yeah, you would, because those are the people you truly want to work with. And then you end up working with a bunch of shitty people that you don't want to work with. And you're like, well, they're still coming in and I can help them. But that's the key. You can go find more people like that. There's so many tools and information out there to get your message out. And once you develop this ideal avatar, your marketing becomes a lot easier. You can just go through the frustrations, the fears, the things that are going through their head. Because at the end of the day, people buy off emotion and they buy off of getting out of pain. I said this on the last podcast. You have to be a painkiller and not a vitamin. And it's even more apparent now with what's going on with COVID. And I talk about this all the time. Traditional massage is going to go away. It's already starting to go away. People are closing left and right, but there still is a giant need to help solve people's problems and fix their pain. But you have to find the right people, who you want to talk to, how you want to help them in doing that. And these questions will be so crucial and so beneficial. Take some time with them. And even if you got some ideal people that you know are really good clients, ask them these questions in passing. Be like, hey, I'm trying to find more people like you that are awesome. Do you think I can ask you a few questions and go? People would love to help you with that. And it'll really help you dive into what your ideal customer is. Then you can market effectively and you can have lots of ideas and lots of data to create content and share that with them and be consistent. And you'll be amazed if you have, imagine what your practice in business would look like if you have all the ideal clients you want to work with. Nobody's a pain. I mean, people are going to be a pain in the ass, but overall, the true clients you want to work with that you're going to help, these 10 questions are going to help you form that. Now, I know people don't want to hear about marketing. They don't want to hear about that, but it's important. And it's crucial to understanding what's going on so you can help more people and find your ideal client. Because COVID's kicking your ass. The economy's kicking your ass, but there's still people out there that have money, that have problems that want to be solved, but you have to communicate and find them. Use these questions, use them as a resource. Reach out with the link in the show notes, and we'll send you over a detailed description of how we answered each one of those questions so you can get a better idea of what's going on. But that's all I got for today. Appreciate you guys listening to the podcast and sticking with me when I'm doing more tactical stuff, because these are very important for the livelihood and the survival of your business. Now, the treatment stuff is very important too, and I talk about this a lot on my LinkedIn page, in the Facebook group, on my YouTube channel. All those links are in the show notes as well. I'm still going to talk about treatment, but I'm also going to continue to talk about marketing and sales, because they go hand in hand, and without one or the other, your business won't make it. Hope you guys are doing well, and I will see you on the next one. Bye. Thanks so much for listening to the show. If you're a massage therapist and you want to learn more about our new methods that allow you to easily double your income without working any harder or getting burnout, we have some free resources for you. 1, join our Facebook group, The Soft Tissue Revolution. 2, subscribe to our YouTube channel. 3, request our free training series. 4, leave us a 5-star review and share this podcast with anyone else you know it can help. Links to all our channels and free training are in the show notes.